Hello, my divine kings and queens. I wanted to come on here and do a quick message about the longevity of your blessings and how do you maintain the longevity of your blessings, right? Well, one way that you can do that is whenever you are praying to God for a specific thing, or you're manifesting a certain thing into your life, right? Or certain outcomes for your life. What you have to be aware of is in everything that you do, you have to be silent about it, because it's a power in being able to move in silence and not let everyone or put everyone on to what your next move is going to be. But in knowing that while you are working on whatever project you're working on, or you're working on accomplishing a certain goal, or you are praying to God for a certain miracle or blessing to be presented to you, what you have to do is continuously pray without cease, but you also have to put work in. And while you put work in, you have to focus on yourself. You have to focus on that goal. You put God first in everything that you do, and everything else will fall in place. But in knowing what you have to do and what it takes to get there, you are putting in that work and you're staying focused on what it takes to accomplish this goal. When the blessing is presented to you, a lot of the times we feel we have to go out our way to show off what it is that God is doing for us, or show off the accomplishments that we have in our life, or milestones that we've been able to cross. And you don't understand that how envious people can already be of you, and what people may not have in their life, or what people may not have going on. And you will automatically assume, well, people should be happy for me. But people can't be happy in this world that we live in. People can't seem to bring themselves to be happy for other people's blessings or accomplishments if they're not blessed or accomplished themselves. Now, you will have certain people that will take you or help you get to the next level of your life. And it may be people who are accomplished. It may not be people who are accomplished, right? There's no set way to do this or a set category that you can place people in, because a person not being accomplished in life, but let's just say they couldn't get to where you're going to go, right? But they possess that knowledge, and they explain to you the mistakes that they made, which is what prevented them from getting to a certain level in their life. And one of those things was bringing the wrong people with them, having an entourage. You know what I'm saying? Having people drain them, or telling people everything, bringing people, everybody knew all their business, right? Even in the person telling you that, that's something that you can take for yourself and say, you know what? I'm going to keep my mouth shut about what God is doing for me. I'm going to keep my mouth shut about, what's going on in my life. Now, does it mean that you have to forever do this? No, but what it means is a person don't need to know that you have something till you already get it. Accomplish it first. Live in it a little bit. Have it up in your hands for a while before you start opening up your mouth and exposing everything of what it is that's going on in your life. Before you start bringing the wrong people around you, just to start pocket watching, or start, seeing what you got going on in your life and trying to see how they can pray against it. You may not think that people like that in this world exist, but they do. And they will get great satisfaction in taking something away from you, or thinking that they took something away from you, or thinking that they prevented something in your life, or thinking that they delayed you or held you back in some type of way, shape, form, or compassion or fashion, and then come back around you in your face so they can keep that role of being close to you. This is why I say you have to discern. You have to look at people's acts. You got to look at the way they move. You got to also pay attention to everything that come out of their mouth and that they say to you. Move in silence. Be silent. That's how you protect your blessings. And that's how you have, or you experience, like I say, these blessings for a while in your life. A longevity of blessings. Because you are being quiet. You are having it. Let's just say you get a house. Everybody don't know right when you sign your name on the dotted line that you just signed your name on the dotted line. Have that house for a while. Have it for a couple months. And then maybe have you a get together or a housewarming party, or if you don't want to do that, take a couple pictures up in your house. Tell certain people. But have it for a while is what I'm saying. Everybody don't need to know your moves until they're already made. You can't trust everybody. You can't have everybody in your energy, in your space, in your circle. This is the world that we live in. You got to get with the program, and you got to wake up. If you done if you're currently going through something, because nobody's perfect, then you know what? In every situation that you're in every situation where you encounter people like this that have snaked you or betrayed you, you have to learn from it. But you should be learning from it and realizing, okay, you know what? Do you like feeling that way? Do you like feeling held back and stuck in your life? Then you know what you got to do. You got to change something. You got to change something about it then. You got to change how you've been moving. Even if it comes at the cost of not having nobody up in your life for a while. Get missing, get ghosts, go rogue until you get your life to where you need it to be. Let me tell you something, you ain't missing out on nothing. Because either you can continue to do things the same way, and just as quick as you get something, you lose it. Lose your mind, losing your stability, losing hope. And then at that point, what quality of life will you have? What will you have to show off? What will you have? Because you're not listening, you're stubborn, and you're not willing to change or do things different. Go get missing. Give yourself 6 months to a year and get yourself together. When you come back, listen, you ain't missing out on there's just 6 months to a year. You getting yourself together. You got the time. You got the capability. You got the resources. Give yourself 6 months to a year. How much time you have to give yourself to get yourself to where you want to be. And when you get there, and knowing how hard it was and what you had to sacrifice, you don't play around with it. You don't let everybody know. Have that house for a while. Have that house for a year. Nobody need to, listen, let me tell you something. You ain't in a competition with nobody. This ain't no race. This ain't no marathon. This is your life. Go at your pace. You will get it when you need to get it, when you're meant to have it. Why would I wait a year? I had got the house the year before, so what? Whenever you choose to show it off, at that point, you already have it. Longevity of blessings. And you done had it for a while. When you get X amount of money up in your bank account, do what you got to do to protect it, to secure it. Those are your assets. You know what it took to sacrifice. You know what it took. You know what you had to sacrifice. You know what you had to give up on. A couple months, couple years of your life to get it there. You wanted to go right back down? Then go right back and keep letting everybody know what you got up in there. Go right back and just keep thinking that you can keep showering people with gifts and doing all this stuff. And you don't think people sit back and look at the quality of gifts and what you're supposed to do. People are real, like I say, more in with it than you. But let me tell you something, why I say that they think that they are. And you're actually more farther along and wise than these people. You choose to do things that you want to do because you say, you know what, it gets tough. You know what I'm saying? Having this and not being able to share with nobody, or having this and always having to be on guard and having to be on point. But when you realize that that's just the world that we live in, you stop complaining about it and you start doing something about it. And you say, you know what? Well, the right people that's meant to be with me and the right people that I can sit up here and be open with it, that's what it's going to be. People do crazy stuff with your pictures. People do crazy stuff with your profile. I'm trying to tell you something. Everything don't need to be shared. Everybody don't need to know your business. And either you doing it for one or two reasons. Either you don't have it and you trying to fake and flodge. And let me tell you something. This is why I say, why fake and flodge it when you can actually step up into it? Give yourself 6 months to a year. Back up from social media. Back up from all these people that you feel you have to showboat in order to get people up in your life or to have people have a certain perception about you. You don't need to put a target on your back. And for my chosen ones, it's already a target on our back. So we don't need no more problems and delays and issues. Do what you need to do. Focus on you. Focus on what it's going to take to get yourself to the next level of your life, and sacrifice and start cutting and start changing and just start doing it. It ain't. It's real simple.